Guys, how we doing? This is Sam. I am kind of in a weird situation right now. I ended up with 14 new animals, and it kind of happened almost overnight. So, yeah, let's take a look and kind of see what kind of new animal that we got going on. Stick around. So about 1 week from the recording of this video, I was over in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We were visiting my fiance's sister and her husband. And I get a text late at night from one of my buddies over in Hawaii. And he told me, you have any interest in albino bullfrogs? And they weren't particularly, I can't say that word, on my radar, but I told him, sure, I mean, why not? What's going on? What's the story? Well, he said he basically got really invested in them and he really wants to get them. But obviously living in Hawaii, shipping to Hawaii cost 3 arms and 3 legs. So we devised a plan. That plan was he would ship the tadpoles to me and send me everything needed for them. And in exchange for giving him all the ones he wants, he would give me, I think it was 4. He ended up giving me 6. So now we have 14 albino bullfrog tadpoles sitting in my house over here. It kind of happened so quickly. I didn't have a lot of time to research, but he kind of just gave me the general rundown of a nice, simple setup for them and everything. Essentially, it's just getting an air bubbler, a little bit of plants. I still got to work on getting a couple more of the floating plants and all that, but as of right now, they seem to be doing pretty good. So yeah, basically, a couple days later, Tuesday morning, the tadpoles are ready and I went ahead and picked them up. So let's go ahead and show you guys these new little animals that I got. So, I mean, as you can see, they're in a very, very simple setup. Like I said, I still need to get some more floating plants and stuff like that. I'm working on that currently. They are already due for a water change and I've only had them a couple of days, but you can see these are American bullfrog tadpoles and they are completely albino. I honestly didn't even know there was a market for these, so they're pretty cool. But yeah, they're just these little floppy little guys. They're really, really interesting. So yeah, basically what's going to happen is these are going to stay with me until late November. This buddy of mine from Hawaii, he is also part of a tortoise preservation group with me. So what's going to happen is we have our annual meeting next month in November, and I'm gonna take these on the plane with me and give them to them there. So that way, he saves a bit of money on shipping, because rather than, I don't know how much it would cost to ship to Hawaii. Hawaii is very strict with their regulations and a bunch of other crap too. So we figured, I could just be the middleman for this, and in exchange, I will get to keep some of these guys as well. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, for right now, we got those. And, the only other thing I really got that I wanted to kind of share is, if you guys, a little over a year ago, I was able to get one of my bucket list animals, which was the Western Hermann's tortoise, specifically the Apulia locale. So for those of you who don't know, there's 3 different types of Hermann's tortoises. There's the Dalmatian Hermann's, there's the Eastern Hermann's, which are the ones that you mainly see at a lot of shows and reptile places, blah, blah, blah. Their numbers are dwindling, but there's also the Western Hermann's. The Western Hermann's has very specific locales. They're also endangered and they stay smaller than the Easterns, and they're honestly so beautiful. So I have right now 1.1. I had a 3rd one, and that one had actually survived a plane crash essentially. But so back in late August, we noticed that my younger one, the Apulia locale one, had a mass growing on its neck. This is known as an oral abscess. And so essentially, as soon as I noticed that, I took it into my vet. He took a look at the animal and he was like, okay, even though it's a small animal, she's only 60 grams, we have to perform surgery in order to get this mass out and figure out what's going on. So as far as a lot of people are concerned, we don't really know what may cause oral abscesses. There's a lot of different theories out there. It could be pesticides, could be substrate, it could be it's too hot and moist, it could be too cold and moist. There's a lot of different thoughts out there, but we don't exactly know for sure what causes them. So whatever, we Took her into the vet. She did a great job. She actually did really well in the surgery. He got the mass cut out. He drained everything. He didn't see anything that could be causing it, like almost like an impaction in the kind of like the cheek area or whatever, or even towards the ear. We didn't notice anything about that. So went through surgery great, and everything was looking good for a few weeks. Well, he told me, you know, this is very rare in tortoises. He's only experienced it. This is the second time he's ever experienced it. He mostly sees it in turtles, if anything, but again, you know, not something he's seen a lot. And he was worried about it being reoccurring. So I went ahead and gave a brand new setup to the animal. I sterilized everything, put her on paper towels just for a couple of weeks just to make sure everything closed up properly and all that. Gave her soaks to let it drain and all that stuff too. Well, this week essentially, we are in the week before Halloween. I noticed it came back. So took the animal to the vet immediately, and within days it had become massive. You could tell it was just so gross, and it appeared to be infected within days. Like, this happened so quickly. Well, I took her in immediately, and he said, you know, basically our best option for the quality of life is to humanely euthanize the animal. So that's what we ultimately decided to do. He said, you know, it's up to you completely, but at this point, it's a reoccurring issue, and we're consistently having to put this animal under surgery to remove this mass, and it doesn't seem to be going away. We can't figure out what the cause is for this, and it's spreading to where it's getting towards more like the vital areas of the animal's neck and stuff like that. So really sucks, because I love all my animals, but this was an animal I really wanted. Like, the Apulia locale of the Western Hermans is like my favorite. And now I don't have any, which sucks. I do have my Sicilians over there, which are pretty cool, but it just sucks to lose an animal that you spent a lot of money on. And it's not even just about the money, it's just, you know, being able to own an animal like that. And she seemed to be doing so well. She was growing really well, very smooth shell. So she was doing a great, you know, job, but unfortunately these things kind of happen. And it sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do to change it. I think I hate it as much as I hate it. I think we made the right decision by letting her go, because you know, it allows her to eat free of her suffering and all that. But what I'm trying to say with all this is that you're gonna lose animals, especially when you have a large collection. I'm sure a lot of breeders out there know that things happen. You need to try to be prepared and have a vet on hand and stuff, because something will happen at some point, whether it's sickness or a wound or whatever. Always be prepared, and be prepared to spend money for that. Luckily, my vet, he is an exotic vet, and he hooks it up for me pretty well, which I'm greatly appreciative of, because some of these surgeries and stuff can cost tons and tons of money, but he's been very good to me. So I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to share kind of this experience that I've had with you guys. You know, it really does suck, but the best we can try to do is just learn from these decisions, or these choices and these mistakes and all that. We don't know exactly what caused it, so it's hard to say for sure. I have all my setups completely the same for all my younger turtles and tortoises. As you can see here, you know, I got all these all the same way, and they're doing perfectly fine. And I've set up hatchlings like that before. So, you know, it could be something I did, it could be something environmentally, it could be something within the genetics. We don't 100% sure, no. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of that stuff for you guys. We are approaching Halloween here, so this video will come out after Halloween. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching all the videos, and I hope to meet some of you next month over in November in Mesa, Arizona for you turtle people. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys. We'll see you in the next video.